Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thank you very much for joining me for today's video. This is part 3 of my 4-part mini-series called the French Seams Favourites. So you will already have seen my favourite bags and my favourite dresses, so I'll link them both up here and down below. But this week is all about my favourite tops. And over the past number of years, I've done the tally and I've made roughly 22% of my makes have been tops, be they t-shirts, sweatshirts, lighter tops, that kind of stuff. So I'm really keen to show you my favourite ones. The last part in this mini series is going to be sweatshirts, which is coming soon. So shall we start? And I've got 5, I've got 6 of my favourites to show you. I'll go over how many of them I've made, what I've made, and why I love them. So all of these, as you can already tell, I wear them all the time. I make them all the time. They are all very much tried and tested. So shall we get started? These were in no particular order, and most of these I've had to pull out of the summer pile. So the first one I want to talk to you about is the La Brea t-shirt, and that's from Half Moon Atelier. So I've made 3 of these, 1 in woven and 2 in knits. This is a fabulous pattern where you can make a woven version and it does have the binding, but it doesn't have a waistband. And then in the knit version, it still has the binding, but it does have a waistband. So I love when a pattern is really multi-purpose. I think it's really, really great. So for the woven version, I've made a striped one. That was a lovely one from Threads of Green fabric, beautiful fabric. And then I've made 2 jersey ones. I've made one in green and one in pink. So you can see here that it's got a lovely hemband down the bottom. It's got quite a short grown on sleeve, but then it's got binding all around the arms and all the way on the neckline, which is really, really pretty finish. I've just done it in the exact same fabric, but it looks really nice because the front and back overlap ever so slightly. So you bind both and then sew them down together. It gives a really, really nice finish. I love making and wearing these. Word to the wise, when you are making this, read through the instructions first, because how you decide to do the binding might dictate your pattern pieces. So I've learned the hard way on that one. So just read the pattern, read the instructions fully first, but the instructions are really, really great. So this is a green one I've made, really, really nice, and I wear this an awful lot during the summer. Skill wise, I think maybe a confident beginner could do it. It's a regular jersey make with a hemband, but then the binding does take a little bit of practice. You can see mine is not perfect, but you wouldn't notice. But I think it's a great way to kind of advance your skills. I think it's really, really nice. And I like the way it becomes a little petal shape here on the arm, which is really, really pretty. So sizing wise, I make a size 5 grading to a size 6 according to my measurements, and that fits me absolutely perfect. I don't add anything to the length. I'll pop all my measurements down below. I should say this green one is from Ecobee, the fabric, and then the pink one was from Driesenstoffen. Next up is the Nocturn top, and that's from So Liberated. This is actually a pyjama pattern, so it comes in a top and it also comes in pyjama bottoms as well. But in the styling photographs, I noticed that one of the ladies was wearing it with a pair of jeans, so I took that to mean you can wear it as an outside top as well, and I really, really am glad I did it that way because it's a beautiful, beautiful top. So I've made 2 of these. I made the first one here in this beautiful art gallery fabric from Transform Fabrics, and I went straight with the pattern with the V down the front, but I did find that quite low. So in my second version, which I'll show you in a minute, I omitted that V, which is quite straightforward to do it. The pattern is really, really nice, really clear instructions, really nice to follow. It doesn't come with instructions for the burrito front and back. So if I show you my second version here, this one, this gorgeous fabric here, it doesn't come with instructions on how to do the burrito front and back. So you can see it's a way of cutting 2 yokes and enclosing all the raw edges on the inside. So because I had instructions on how to do that from other patterns, I used it on this pattern and it worked out quite well. A little bit tricky, which is why I would say if you're a beginner, you could absolutely do this pattern, no problem. It's got a little bit of gathering at the front, a little bit of gathering at the back. It's got set-in sleeves. It would be a nice project to try. I think if you were doing the burrito, it might advance it ever so slightly, but not much. And I think, yeah, if you'd like to do it, then go ahead and do it by all means. It's a beautiful, beautiful top. It's really, really pretty. So I make a size 10 grading to a size 12. I take away 1 inch from the bodice. I find it comes up quite long, and I also take away 1/2 inch from the sleeve as well. I like short sleeves as opposed to long short sleeves. And you can see here on this version, I omitted the V. So I just cut the front yokes on the fold, but I think it's a really, really pretty summer top. It would be lovely as pajamas, but with a pattern and fabric this pretty, it should be seen by everybody. So that was the Nocturn top. Next up is the Donnie. And this video is never going to escape without mentioning the Donnie. And I have made 2, and I love, love, love them. The first version I made is in this beautiful green cotton fabric with these beautiful flowers that I got from Carlo Fabrics. That was my first version. And then this was my second version in this incredible flowery fabric that I got from System & Taka. I think this is such a beautiful pattern. It's probably an advanced beginner, I think, just because of the collar and the yoke, but again, not insurmountable by any means. And the instructions with Friday Pattern Company are just wonderful as always. And they've now since released an expansion pack to do long sleeves on this shirt, which is really, really great. So I just love both my Donnie shirts. I really, really do. I make a size medium and I add 2 inches to the bodice. I think it does come up quite short, and I take away 1 inch from the sleeves. I'm very, very happy with the fit. It comes with a beautiful yoke which you burrito, which is great. It's got this beautiful gathering at the back yoke as well, tricky to see in this fabulous fabric. It's got set-in short sleeves, and then it's got this wonderful collar. So it doesn't have a collar stand. It just has a 2-piece collar, and then it goes into this beautiful notched lapel with a kind of revere here, and then you sew it down here. You can just about see my stitching all the way along here. Such a pretty make. And to make this V, it does have a centre seam. The V comes down a little tiny bit low. I think if I was to make this, scratch that, when I make this again, I would raise that V ever so slightly. But yeah, I really, really enjoy this make. It's such a satisfying make when it comes together. It's fully enclosed, it gives really, really nice finish. And I think it's beautiful in both cotton and viscose. I think this is a viscose twill, a little bit more lightweight. My green version is in cotton, a little bit stiffer, but it still comes out beautifully. And I think during the summer, these are just beautiful. I absolutely love the Donnie. So next up is something that I have made 6 of. So that is the Emmy t-shirt by Jennifer Lauren Handmade. And you can make this as a long sleeve, as a short sleeve, and you can also piece the front, which is really nice. So I'll pop in the picture here of the one that I've made with a pieced front. I think it's really, really cute. So I've made a plain blue one. Plain navy one, I should say. I've made a blue stripy one in this lovely fabric from Trimmings. I think it's beautiful summery colour, absolutely love it. So quite short, and it's got grown on sleeves, and then I just bound the neckline. I'll pop in how you do that. I've also made the long sleeve version. So this is the long sleeve version in a beautiful kind of Breton fabric that I got from Montrose Fabrics. So love this for the summer. I think it's really nice. I love if you cut the neckline on the cross grain, I think gives a really, really nice finish. So you can see here, this is the grown on sleeve to here, and then you've just got a longer sleeve pattern piece as well. I've also made a really cute one in flamingos, which I just love. I got that from Crafty Studio. This cotton jersey is just beautiful. And then I have also made, very recently actually, if you watch my Friday sews, I have made one in this fabric, which is just brilliant. It's just fabulous fabric. So you can see again the little short sleeves. It's got the little band on the sleeves along with the neckline, and it's a short length. I think it's really, really nice. So as I said, it comes in a long and a short sleeve. It does also come with 2 length options, a shorter length and a regular length, or is it regular and long length, I think. And I cut halfway between the 2, and it fits really, really well. And I should say here, I make a size 14 according to my measurements. So Jennifer Lauren instructions are really, really good, especially regarding the pieced front, which gives a really nice finish. And as well, that would be great to use up any of those little odds and sods bit of jersey fabric you have lying around. If you loved a little a fabric that you had before, but you don't have very much of it, you could of course piece into the front, which is really, really nice. So I would highly recommend the Emmy t-shirt. So yeah, am I about 6 or 7 Emmy t-shirts? I think you can see that if you've made 6 or 7 of something, it really is a winner. So that's the Emmy t-shirt. Next up is what I'm wearing, and this is the Chasing Butterflies. So I didn't want to put this in this sweatshirt category. It doesn't feel like a sweatshirt, it feels more like a top for me. So that's my my poetic license, shall we say. So this is a fabulous grown on batwing style top. If I stand up, it's got a lovely little waistband here, and I have made 3 of these. So this fabric is beautiful glittery fabric I got from Montrose Fabrics again. It's got a beautiful neckline here. With this pattern piece, it comes in a ton of variations for necklines. It's just fabulous. And I just did the crew neck, so it's got a neckband, and then I haven't put any cuffs on it. In my green version, I did self-draft cuffs, but I made the pattern piece for the funnel neck, which is really, really nice. And then I made one in a heavier knit as well. Pop a picture in here, kind of grey sparkly knit. And I did the crew neck as well. That one comes down a little bit lower because of the weight of the fabric, but I love all of them. It's such a fun make, and it's really, really easy, really straightforward. It's basically a front and a back on the fold. So your fabric does need to be quite wide because this is all one pattern piece, and then a neckband, whatever neckline you'd like, and then a hemband as well. I think it's really, really fun pattern. The instructions by Pattern Emporium are really, really good. I would recommend them, and they give a ton of instructions, how to do everything, and loads of inspiration pictures as well, which is really, really good. In that I make a size 12 grade into a size 14, which fits me perfectly. So that again is according to my measurements. I don't add or subtract anything in the sleeve length or the bodice length either, which is great. Next up, I just want to mention the Irene top by Fibre Mood as kind of an honourable mention. This is a shirt, a blouse that I made recently. I've only made one of them, but I still want to mention it because I'm really keen to make more. I really did enjoy making it and I love wearing it. And so here it is in this incredible fabric that I got from Rainbow Fabrics. So it's a beautiful blouse. I did add elastic cuffs to it and I did lengthen them ever so slightly. And then it's got this beautiful button placket here. I use these gorgeous Ethel and Joan buttons, little gold flecks in it. It's got a beautiful V detail here in the yoke, quite tricky to see in this busy fabric, but it's all gathered, which gives a really nice shape. Then it does have a yoke at the back, again gathered as well. And the change I made here was I cut 2 yokes because I wanted to do the burrito on the inside. So I've got a little rosy cheeks label, and of course I bound the neckline as I always do. But I do want to mention this because I think it's a really pretty shirt or blouse. The rest of them are could be quite casual, jersey tops, t-shirts, things like that. So I just want to mention a kind of a blouse, a shirt as well for those who need to be a little bit more formal maybe. But as a little shirt, I think this is really pretty. I think it's beautiful. So I make a size medium according to my measurements, and I added a 1/2 inch to the sleeves because I changed them ever so slightly. But I think it's a really pretty top, and it did also deserve a mention on my favourite tops. So last up is the Tilly and the Buttons Freya, and I went through such a phase of making Freyas. It's kind of dwindled now, but I'm wondering, is it on the resurgence again? So I think I've made about 7 or 8 Freyas in all manner of style, and I love them. So one of the ones I've got here for you, and this is a beautiful jacquard fabric I got from Beyond the Pink Door a long time ago. It's kind of a glittery jacquard, and I have made the full cowl neck on this one, which is just lovely. So huge big cowl neck, long sleeves. I absolutely love it. Pop it in a little hidden label under the cowl. Love this for the winter. I think it's beautiful. Then I've made one in navy cotton jersey, and this is just the roll neck, turtleneck is that what we call it. So you just fold over like this. So very smart, beautiful for wearing under jumpers, under pinafores, that kind of thing. Then I've also made a very festive one, fabric from the Crafty Studio, a little Christmas one. I've made a black one as a kind of a crew neck, but then I've also made a detachable cowl which goes onto the back as a snap, so you can just wear it as a plain black t-shirt, or you can pop on the cowl as well should you get cold. I've used the neckline of the Freya cowl to put on the Billy dress, so that was another kind of festive one. I think that worked out really well. The 2 pattern pieces line up perfectly, which is great. I had a Halloween t-shirt, a ready to wear t-shirt with short sleeves, and I hacked on the Freya sleeves and the cowl to that as well to make it more Halloweeny appropriate. We can't really wear t-shirts here in October, sadly. And then I also just made a plain grey one as well. So you can see, hugely versatile top. I absolutely love it. It does come as a dress option as well, and it comes with an option for a little frill, which is really pretty as well. I make a size 4 grading to a size 5 like I always do for Tilly patterns. That works out perfectly for me, but I add 1.5 inches to the sleeve length as well. So I would highly recommend the Freya, and I think I need to make a few little Freyas now in the future as well. It's been a long time since I looked at that pattern. So they are my favourite tops. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions on any of them, please do let me know. I'd be happy to answer anything down below in the comment boxes. Have you made any of them? Are you now curious to make some of them? As I said, I can stand over all of them. I've made all of them. I've loved all of them, and I still wear all of them to this day, which is really great. I love it when you get bang for a buck from your pattern. So thank you very much for joining me. Please come back for part 4, which is going to be sweatshirts. If you liked this video, I'd very much love it if you give me a thumbs up, and please also consider subscribing. I do love having you along on my sewing journey. I hope you're getting some time for some lovely sewing yourself, maybe a few tops, and I will talk to you all again very soon in another video. Take care everyone. Bye.